A pitching coach offers reassurance to a pitcher who's been knocked around a bit lately.
Alrighty.
It's time for baseball in the Bay. Daniel Mengden, a right-hander from the state of Texas, coming to the plate now, Marcus Semien. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's the team leader in runs batted in coming into this one. He just has a knack for driving in runs, whether the runner's at first base or he's at second or third. It just seems like he's always driving the guys in. He even told me, when I get to the plate, I'm in scoring position. That's the kind of mentality he has, and it works.
Got him fishing for that one. 2 balls and a strike. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
The third baseman, Matt.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Gone in order.
The Athletic.
First offering on its way.
Baseman, Matt.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a protective swing on the knuckleball that time as this is fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He was selected in the 7th round in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Into the box now, Josh Begley. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. No balls and one strike. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded to third. Moncada has it. There's one. Throw back to Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired.
Back now in Oakland, home of the A's, who've certainly treated these fans to some impressive pitching so far.
Stepping in, Chad Pinder, and he's been tearing the cover off the ball these past few days, as you see there. A ball and no strikes. One and one.
I got a ball, one strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball two.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
All even now, 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Out in front of home. And that's the first out. Here's Jurickson Profar.
Batting eighth, the second baseman.
First offering on its way. In there for strike one, 0-1. On the year, Profar is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. Throw on to first, two gone. Standing in, Ramon Laureano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Number 22.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So they go quiet. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Cal Berkeley product Marcus Simeon is the first to bat in the inning. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. A bouncer to the left side. Moncada fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, in time, one away. So one away here with the bases empty. And up next, the outfielder, Stephen Piscotty. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
And he struck him out. 2 away now in the Oakland 4th. And up next, the power-hitting third baseman, Matt Chapman. No runs, just one hit and one error on the Oakland line score. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the inning. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his...
High pop-up. Man is in his tracks now. One down. Next will be the designated hitter, Chris Davis.
The batter, number 2.
Infield in the overshift here now. The pitch. Too low, 1-0. No runs, just one hit and one error on the Oakland line score. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2-1 the count. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Davis is retired. 2 down now. There's our line score through the first 4.5. And these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard to third. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. And that brings up Chad Pinder. Will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning. I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Struck him out.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Back up the middle. Anderson scoops it up. Throw gets him. 2 down. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Almost clipped the inside with the knuckleball, but taken for a ball.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning continues. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Marcus Semien is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Up the first baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. Digging in once again, Stephen Piscotty. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Swung on and missed for the first strike. A bouncer up the middle. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Line shot to first, and there's one away. Ready now, Matt Olson, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2. So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. The windup and the 0-1. This ball will be chopped foul. 2 out, nobody on. Here's another 0-2. Just off the end of the bat. It's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. The next 0-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Now at the plate, Josh Begley, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold. 0-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Sliced hard on the ground. Sanchez is up with it. And that's out number 1. In now, Chad Pinder. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. Below the zone, a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, getting his fastball to both sides.
And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Ready for another shot now. Ramon Laureano. He singled his last time up.
Nice adjustment by the batter right there. You cannot fault the pitcher for going to that well again. First one he swings and misses through, and this one the batter's able to execute and drive it for a base hit.
A ball and a strike now. Profar, the runner at first with 2 gone. This one's down to third. Moncada gloves it, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the ready for another chance. Marcus Semien. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Semien in an 0-2 hole here. Swing and a liner. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. And And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out. And we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Stepping in, Matt Chapman. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Last strike now for Oakland. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
2 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Sanchez is there. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the 1st inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance.
A major league pitching coach acknowledges a young newcomer on an early milestone accomplishment. A young pitcher is called into his manager's office after a notable performance. A pitcher receives kudos from his coach after a memorable appearance.
There is rain in the area, but standing in, Adalberto Mondesi. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Adalberto.
First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball one. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one of this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, Dero, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
A chance now from the K to have a look at the starting 9 for these Royals. Dero, what's your take on this team today?
Yeah, Matty, every person that bought a ticket tonight came to see one thing, and that's the guy on the mound. But I'll tell you what, from an offensive standpoint, this is what you live for. Who's going to make the adjustments offensively to put quality at bats against this guy? Do they have to get him early? Can someone work themselves into a big count to drive a ball in the gap late? I am so fired up to see this offense take on this monster.
With Merrifield next to hit, he carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good curveball. Strike 2. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish, because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Ready with another 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. We've played it. As we begin the second here in Kansas City, here's Heidi with an update on the weather conditions.
Well, Matt, unfortunately, the rain.
In is Jorge Soler. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us, because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
Played on the backhand.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, Dero, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Behind 0-2 now. Soler gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he got him. At the plate, Salvador Perez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Mann, a Kentucky-born ball player. He was selected in the 15th round back in the draft of 2019.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Batting 7. The right fielder.
First delivery to him on the way. The knuckleball darted a bit too low that time, taken for a ball. Bottom of the second here with no score. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. So next to the plate for the Royals, number 47. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s.
Number 47.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike two. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, one down. So coming to the plate, number 11. It was a two-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit out towards second. Sanchez scoops it up, and that's the second out. Striding in once again, Adalberto Mondesi. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front. He's fit to be tied after that one. It's 0-2.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
On the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Alex Gordon. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Gordon.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he'll just watch this thing to try and get an idea. It's 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. Sanchez is there, and that's the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Whit Merrifield. He was a strikeout victim in his first
50.
try.
Second baseman, Whit.
And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. Right. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler.
The designated hitter.
First pitch on its way. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
There to take it is Abreu, and that's out number 2. Digging in now for Kansas City, Ryan O'Hearn. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Hit softly down the line at first. But a foul ball, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Boy, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded to third. This could be two. To second for one. Throw back to Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired. Striding into the box, number 11. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Well, you don't need us to tell you. It's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now, this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. A 2-1 count to the leadoff hitter for Kansas City.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Geyer is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Gordon.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2-hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Merrifield, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. In there, no balls and a strike.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Jorge Soler comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Now batting, Ryan O'Hearn. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. McCann on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Stepping up to the plate, Salvador Perez. He went down on strikes last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
Jorge.
No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
So he sets him down swinging. Jorge Bonifacio goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Now in the box, number 47. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Liner in there for a base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. But this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. Stepping up now, Alex Gordon. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. A ball and 2 strikes to Alex Gordon.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Right on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Abreu is right there. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Into the box now, Whit Merrifield. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first is going to take care of him as the Royals are now down to their last chance now. Striding forward now is the DH, Jorge Soler. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the...
Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series as this one is over. 4-0 the score this afternoon.